2003, Olympia, Washington. Well-known author and equal rights advocate Warren Farrell ran for governor of California in a bid to become the first governor for kids. Dr. Farrell has vast knowledge about the problems that plague American families and the solutions that he has already devised and tested. He felt that the pendulum has swung from a women's crisis to a men's crisis that is wasting our human resources. What are the solutions? Here are Dr. Farrell's top 10 social solutions with budget-saving results that transcend Democratic and Republican Party lines. A men's birth control pill and a paternity fraud bill. Universal prenatal care. Listening skills taught from first grade with simultaneous retraining of parents. Equal father and mother involvement, especially if there is divorce. More male teachers. Stressing female empowerment rather than victim power, keeping taxes on businesses low, schools that are friendlier to boys, a commission on the status of men and men's health, restraining the government as substitute husband. Some of Dr. Farrell's proposals may seem unrealistic or touchy-feely, but his approach has been tested in the real world by tens of thousands of families throughout the United States and Canada, and they work. 2016, Olympia, Washington. Warren never expected or intended to be elected governor. His goal was to place the issues before millions of California voters through the state voters pamphlet. Now, just suppose, that 50 men like Bern Chapin, Turd Flinging Monkey, and Clarey, were to run for governor in the states. And in Canada, 10 men like Sandman and Stefan Molyneux were to run for premier in their respective provinces. Or maybe 9 men, and in British Columbia, Straghan. And each of them ran on an MRA Antifeminist or MGTOW platform. C.S. MGTOW, Milo, Yanopolis, and Paul Joseph Watson could stir things up more than they already are in England. Of course, the mainstream media would laugh and jeer if they paid any attention at all. Despite this, however, for the first time, millions upon millions of voters would be exposed to the red pill perspective on men, women, and feminism. And you could do it in your own undiluted words by writing your platform. Warren hoped to inspire something like that. He hoped that many would follow his example. Now, personally, I can't run for political office until I no longer have to work for a living, and then I will consider doing this too. But many of you could do this, and soon. In the United States, many senators will be up for election in 2018, and Martin Armstrong believes that millions of Americans will be spoiling to sweep the Senate clean. Candidly, I'd love to see Aaron and Bern, Raging Golden Eagle and Paul Ramsey, Howard Dare and Marcus, among others, storm the ramparts to stir things up in the Senate. About 10 years ago, I met a guy who made it a habit to run against Brad Owen for lieutenant governor of Washington State. While Brad is a Democrat, he's popular with both Democrats and Republicans and has held the position since 1997. But this guy did it anyway. Why? I don't know. Maybe he liked seeing his name on the ballots. But it was an easy thing to do. Some states require a filing fee. In Alaska, it's just $100. In Florida, it's a whopping $10,440. So unless you're rich, I'd stick with the ones that are cheap. You may not feel comfortable doing something like this, but it's a way to bring our issues to every registered voter in the land. And if nothing else, it'll rile up the feminists. And that's always entertaining. For the Backlash at Backlash.com, my name is Rod Van Mecklin.